The space you work in is incredibly important. You spend more time at work than you spend at home, and it's important to create a great community where people want to be and hang out and get a lot of things done. My vision for bringing the Xandr brand to life has a lot to do with my background in advertising. It was also important to me that we reference AT&T's history as a center of innovation, as a center of excellence in technology development, the heritage of AppNexus and AdWorks, and also our purpose, which is to make advertising matter.
The design of the space revolves around a 21st century workshop. We have the AT&T rich history, that's 140 years, and then of course you think about the actual physical space in the Flatiron District in New York and how that has evolved into the area that it is today.
This is 28 West and 40 West 23rd Street. So in order to make this floor more expansive and to connect the two, we had to actually create 3 openings in the building on the 2nd floor. Doing that, we broke the walls down and we found bricks from literally companies that have been out of business since the 30s.
Lots of rule makers, rule breakers, innovators. Mattel, the IRS, and the Hasbro toy company had a headquarters here for a long time.
Working in this old building always makes it complicated, but this project had, one huge factor, which is starting over, new brand, new leaders. So what I saw as the biggest challenge was all the change.
I have been a CEO in other places where we've moved, where we've developed new space, and it was important to me to be involved in this because I've seen it go wrong.
Making all of those decisions and trying to balance that was an extremely difficult thing to do.
When you think of what elements make up a 21st century workshop, look at the little details.
Through colors, fabrics, and the furniture, it is a nod to the golden age of advertising, and we infuse that into the space.
Every single detail and fabric and design was handpicked, from the tile and the colored grout to the sit-stand desk that the employees picked to the carpet colors.
We looked at everything, so conference room usage, to office usage, to community space.
The new Xandr space realizes the best of many worlds because we provided 100% open workplace. And with that comes plenty of enclosed conference rooms as well as open collaboration.
Our design team lived and breathed in the space. They watched employees as they, worked, as they whiteboarded.
We wanted to take the community and culture that we had with the previous AppNexus event space and combine it with the technology and broadcasting lessons we learned from the previous AT&T event space.
The rebuild or retrofit of all of the floors gave us the opportunity to do things like bring in AT&T's telepresence network, AT&T's Connexus network, to improve the Wi-Fi experience by shielding the floors to keep unwanted radiation out.
Now, we're a much bigger company with offices all over the world. We need that technology to communicate effectively, to get our message out to the rest of the teams, to be one Xandr.
The process for designing the space and how employees were involved in it was a balance of, relying on experts and the advice that they're giving you, and then an evolving culture. So what was the strategy? When I think of any good strategy, it's really a response and an approach to some form of a problem. And the good thing about the headquarters space was we had a huge problem. So the obstacle we had ahead of us was, how do we take 2 completely different working environments and envision a brand new one?
We were trying to do a lot in the space, but it was important to me that we have the open plan, we make it efficient, we make it comfortable, we give it some style, and we make sure that it was consistent with the brand we want to be and the culture we want to build.
I hope that when people walk this space, they can really feel and imagine all of the great things that the people of our past have accomplished.
We were melancholy initially ripping apart what we built because we built it 7 years ago. But when this one happened, and we even said it walking around the day before people were in, we were like, wow, this is awesome. And it was all well worth it.
The key takeaways are, obviously live into the space, enjoy it, give us feedback, I think the team did an exceptional job of taking a lot of requirements and creating a space that we're all going to enjoy. But please, tell us what you think, give us suggestions, and we'll make it better.